Hello everyone. In this video, we will study causes, effects and control measures of water pollution. Water pollution is one of the main environmental issues that we are facing, as more than 70% of the earth's surface is water covered. Water pollution can be defined as the contamination of water bodies. Water pollution is caused when water bodies such as rivers, lakes, oceans, groundwater, and aquifers get contaminated with industrial and agricultural effluents. When water gets polluted, it adversely affects all life forms that directly or indirectly depend on this source. The effects of water contamination can be felt for years to come. Water pollution results when contaminants are introduced into the natural environment. For example, releasing inadequately treated wastewater into natural water bodies can lead to degradation of aquatic ecosystems. In turn, this can lead to public health problems for people living downstream. They may use the same polluted river water for drinking or bathing or irrigation. Water pollution is the leading worldwide cause of death and disease, example due to waterborne diseases. There are two types of water pollution. One is organic pollution due to microorganisms like bacteria and viruses present in the water generated by excrement, animal and vegetable waste. The second one is the chemical pollution generated by the nitrates and phosphates of pesticides, human and animal drugs, household products, heavy metals, acids, and hydrocarbons used in industries. Now, let us see what are the sources of water pollution. Unsurprisingly, human activity is primarily responsible for water pollution, even if natural phenomena such as landslides and floods can also contribute to degrade the water quality. The key causes of water pollution in India are urbanization, deforestation, industrial effluents, social and religious practices, use of detergents and fertilizers, agricultural runoffs, use of insecticides and pesticides. Let us see some more sources of water pollution. Sewage and wastewater. Inadequate sewage collection and treatment are sources of water pollution. According to the United Nations, more than 80% of the worldwide wastewater goes back in the environment without being treated or reused. The next one is the urbanization and deforestation. Even though it does not have a direct impact on water quality, urbanization and deforestation have a lot of indirect effects. For instance, cutting down trees and concreting over large areas generates an acceleration of flows which does not give enough time for water to infiltrate and be purified by the ground. Next comes the agriculture. Agriculture has an impact on water pollution due to the use of chemicals such as fertilizers, pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, or insecticides running off in the water, as well as livestock excrement, manure, and methane. Regarding aquaculture, pollution is directly in the water as excess food and fertilizers are causing dystrophication. Next one is the industries. They produce a lot of waste containing toxic chemicals and pollutants. A huge amount of the industrial waste is drained in the fresh water, which then flows into canals, rivers, and eventually in the sea. Another source of water pollution is the burning of fossil fuels, causing air pollution like acid rain, which then flows to streams, lakes, and other stretches of water. Next comes the marine dumping. Everyday garbage such as plastic, paper, aluminium, food, glass, or rubber are deposited into the sea. These items take weeks to hundreds of years to decompose, and thus they are a major cause for water pollution. Then the radioactive waste, generated among others by power plants and uranium mining. Radioactive waste can linger in the environment for thousands of years. When these substances are released accidentally or disposed improperly, they threaten groundwater, surface water, as well as marine resources. Next comes the urban development. As the population has grown exponentially, so has the demand for housing, food, and cloth. As more cities and towns are developed, they have resulted in increasing use of fertilizers to produce more food, soil erosion due to deforestation, rise in construction activities, inadequate sewer collection and treatment, landfills as more garbage is produced, increase in chemicals from industries to produce more materials. Leakage from the landfills. Landfills are nothing but a massive pile of garbage that produces the awful smell and can be seen across the city. When it rains, the landfills may leak, and the leaking landfills can pollute the underground water with a large variety of contaminants. Next one is the animal waste. The waste produced by animals washed away into the rivers when it rains. It then gets mixed up with other harmful chemicals and causes various waterborne diseases like cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, jaundice, and typhoid. What water pollution effects on the environment? Water pollution truly harms biodiversity and aquatic ecosystems. The toxic chemicals can change the color of water and increase the amount of minerals, also known as eutrophication, which has a bad impact on life in water. Thermal pollution, defined by a rise in the temperature of water bodies, contributes to global warming and causes serious hazard to water organisms. Now let us see what are the water pollution effects on human health. Water pollution has very negative effects on public health. A lot of diseases result from drinking or being in contact with contaminated water such as diarrhea, cholera, typhoid, dysentery, or skin infections. In zones where there is no available drinking water, the main risk is dehydration. Thank you.